Have you ever been walking down a crowded street and suddenly felt like an absolute idiot? Not because you tripped or wore your shirt inside out, but because your brain suddenly decided to replay a comedy movie. Some random, brainless memory from exactly 5 years ago. It hits you without warning, right when you're trying to look your coolest. At first, it's just a subtle smirk. You try to press your lips together to look perfectly serious. But the gravity of the humor starts winning against your facial muscles. Your lips twitch as if they're tapping out Morse code. You take a deep breath to suppress it, but it turns into a weird snort. Your eyes dart around shiftily to see if anyone heard that sound. And of course, there's always one person staring right at you. The uncle selling bread by the side of the road, or a stranger walking in the opposite direction with a judging gaze. In a split second, you switch from sheer joy to absolute panic. Your body's automatic defense mode is instantly activated. You pull out your phone with the speed of a ninja, staring intensely at the black screen as if reading a fascinating text message. All right, this message is just too funny, you whisper to yourself, even though the screen is just reflecting your face desperately trying not to laugh. Some more advanced folks employ the fake cough tactic, turning a giggle into a highly dramatic fit of dry coughing. But usually it just sounds like a duck choking. If you're watching Relatable Chaos, you've definitely used this ridiculous trick. Why does our brain love to play such pranks on us? When you need to remember a math formula, it's completely silent. When you're walking through a busy intersection, it reminds you of the time your dog sneezed and scared itself. The worst part is the harder you try to push the memory out, the funnier it gets. It's like someone telling you not to think of a pink elephant. You close your eyes for a few seconds, trying to reset your operating system. You think about sad things, the electricity bill, tomorrow's deadline, global warming. All right, the face has returned to its standard emotionless state. You walk on confidently, thinking you are finally safe. But no, that damn memory comes back for part two. This time it brings surround sound and crisp 4K visuals. You can't hold it in anymore. A tiny laugh accidentally escapes your mouth. You hastily bring your hand up to cover your mouth like a shy princess. But in reality, it's just to hide your teeth baring to the maximum. Your feet walk faster, wanting to flee this crime scene as quickly as possible. You turn into a small alley to fully release your emotions. Standing there laughing alone like a lunatic who just escaped an asylum. Laughing until tears fall, holding your stomach and panting. There's actually a pretty interesting psychological fact about this phenomenon. When we are alone in a crowd, the brain often finds ways to entertain itself. It rummages through its archives and pulls out the most amusing junk files, just to compensate for the boredom of having to walk a long distance. It's a psychological defense mechanism to keep us from going crazy out of sheer boredom. So basically, laughing to yourself proves your brain is working perfectly fine. It just lacks a bit of tact when choosing the time to publish its content. Try to imagine the perspective of the people around you. They are busy with their own worries and burdens. Everyone's face is frowning, tired, and full of pressure. Then suddenly they see a person smiling brightly at thin air. In this chaotic world of relatable chaos, sometimes a random smile is the most outstanding thing. Maybe they think you're crazy, or maybe they're curious about what you are thinking that makes you so happy. Your silly smile might even accidentally spread to someone else. They don't know your story, but they can see that primal joy. Back to you right now, after you finish laughing in the alley. You clear your throat, adjusting your clothes to look neat again, wiping away the stray tear caught in the corner of your eye, stepping out onto the main road with the poised demeanor of CEO. As if the person who was cracking up just now was a completely different alter ego. That's life. Everyone has their own silly little secrets. Those moments of laughing alone are the spices that make long days less bland. Don't feel too embarrassed when it happens. Just enjoy the exclusive humor that only you understand. After all, creating joy out of nothing is quite a superpower, isn't it? Next time, if you catch someone's weird stare when you're giggling to yourself, don't look down or fake a cough anymore. Look them straight in the eye and give them a huge, bright smile. Making them feel confused in return is the ultimate peak move, letting them wonder, do I have something stuck on my face? Just thinking about that scenario makes me want to laugh all over again. The brain truly is a miraculous machine, but also full of technical glitches. It can forget your house keys in just 5 seconds, but it perfectly remembers a lame joke from high school. We cannot control these random streams of thought, so the best way is to learn how to live with them comfortably. Except that sometimes we will look a little crazy in other people's eyes. Perfection is just an illusion anyway. The messiness, the authenticity, and a bit of silliness are the essence of humanity. Thank you for always being a part of this wonderfully fascinating, relatable chaos community, where we don't have to force ourselves to be normal, where the smallest, weirdest things are understood the most deeply. Just keep walking, keep daydreaming, and let your brain broadcast its comedies. Life already has way too many deadlines and pressures. One more random smile on the street won't hurt at all. Next time you laugh to yourself, remember you're not alone in this. Wishing you a day full of sudden, hilarious memories.